Hey everybody, the Raziel here, and welcome to Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2. I know the game is mostly just referred to as Soul Reaver 2, but I'm keeping Legacy of Kain in there. Mostly because I want to. Okay, well I have good and bad news. The good news is that I've played the game for longer than 5 minutes, and it didn't freeze where it froze where I tried to record this before. The bad news is I didn't play any further after that. So, fingers crossed I don't run into any more issues. The only downside with this, like starting up the game to test it, is I have to sit through Mobius's speech every single time. On the plus side, the voice acting is incredible, but still. Regardless, I think everything's turned on/off. Yeah, I don't want vibration on, because I hate this controller. Well, I hate the controller's vibration, because it's the weakest thing ever. Anyway, start game. And yes, it starts right at the end of the first game.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here soon.
I love the voice acting so much.
Did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer.
Bloody hell. Poor Raziel.
Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nazgul from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
Ooh, nice.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic?
What the hell?
Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
I don't know when he got the power to teleport. Then again, I guess he did that at the end of the first game too.
You nearly had me, Raziel.
Oh, that's when he teleported. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I think he teleported around the place at the end of the first game, come to think of it.
This is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Right, we have to follow him. Instead of running up the stairs, just jumps up them like a champ. Oh man, I love this game. Absolutely, it's such a massive jump from the PS1 to the PS2. You don't realise that. Like, I didn't realise at first until I played this and was getting it set up for recording.
Redeemer and destroyer.
I was like, holy crap.
And Messiah.
The jump is massive.
Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny.
There's Mobius. Ooh. This game actually has quite a bit of cutscenes to begin with. In total, the game has about 2 hours worth of cutscenes, so not bad. Regardless, it's gonna boot us straight into a cutscene. I'll explain more after all the cutscenes are over. Otherwise...
Where am I? Is the usual question.
I'll cut off dialogue.
In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I shall kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then, but consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
They aren't destroyed, though.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. but you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you.
Great.
My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
There he goes. He had a snake staff. Weird.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
But how? Oh, there we go. We're in command, in control. It's beautiful. Granted, it's a PS2 game from 2001, so it's not the best in terms of like how it looks and stuff, but oh man, it's such a massive increase from the first game. How do I... That's how I center the camera, couldn't remember. Oh man. Right, so I should actually be able to get past where I did when I tried to record this the other day. But we have access to everything. If I do that, it brings up all the different things. I'm not entirely sure why it shows the Soul Reaver, but okay. Yeah, you can shift to the spectral plane. You actually have the map that you can now view from in there. It shows where we are. Oh, it actually shows different places. The streaming device, the Sarafan stronghold, the pillars. So I'm guessing the red dot is where I need to go next. I didn't actually realise that you could move around it. We also have a compass, which is, I don't know, I'd say pretty useful maybe? You can turn it off, should you so wish. Right, pick up the weapon, and let's go kick some ass. I just love how much better this game feels. Like, even the combat feels way better. So hopefully I shouldn't get completely owned, he says, and then gets beaten to a pulp. Ho-ho! He did. Oh yeah, and killing them with the axe causes me to drop it. But with the sword, that doesn't happen. So I'll try and keep the sword. I think the weapon types are a lot more limited by comparison to the first game. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. There wasn't like a huge amount of different weapons in the first game, they just all had different textures, but most of them were spears. Whereas in this you've got your swords, you've got your... not spears. You've got your swords, your axes... I'm not really sure what other types there are. I think it is a lot smaller though. Just in general weapon types. Delicious. Alrighty. I think the weirdest thing is just going to be getting used to the fact that L2 is now how you do the high jump. It's L2 and X. Oh fuck. Jesus, that scared me. Yeah, it's now L2 and X, whereas in the first game it was L1, because L2 and R2 were used for camera controls. Specifically. Oh! And then R2 is how I do the projectiles. Oh no! Crap, I didn't want to do that. Sure, I'll just throw it. I didn't mean to. How do I place it down? That's how. I can press... Oh yeah, triangle does like a heavy attack. But no, I think the reason they switched it to the triggers is because L1 and R1 are now used for separate things. Like R1 is to lock onto enemies. I think it was also to lock onto enemies in the first game. And then L1 is to block. Yeah, you've actually got enemies that block your attacks now. Don't think it really happens all that much here, like in this place. Can you not? Oh my god, you like doing that. Can I block that? Let me just try. Or not. Ugh. I can't block her. Block. Guard. Not guard. Dodge. Jesus. Okay, I am just bad. Hey! It's all good. It's a learning experience. And you're dead. It's a lot more graphic. Just lopping off an enemy's head. Right, this is the place where the game would always freeze. And is there voice?
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Uh-oh. 3 enemies. But no, to be honest, the tell should have been a lot more obvious. Because when the game froze, there was no voice. And I think that's why it froze. Because there was no voice, all you heard was Raziel's footsteps. Oh dear. I'm not a vampire, I'm a Soul Reaver. Oh fuck. Oh, I can't do that. Crap. I was trying to get the soul. There you go. I want to get the soul for the health. Delicious. Oh, there we go. Even if it's a strong attack. I didn't lock onto him. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. I should see what happens if they do a heavy attack. Because I'm not entirely sure. There he goes. Where's the other one? Hello? Actually, I could do this. Surprise! Oh, nice. I'll just use theirs. What is he backing up for? I want to see what happens if he does like a heavy attack. Basic swipe, basic swipe. Do a heavy. Alright, don't, whatever. I don't care. I do need to get used to the dodge and everything, if I don't want to dying all the time. What? I must have taken the soul in. It's more the fact if I don't want to get sent to the spectral realm all the time. What the hell are these? I get the feeling that they... Oh, the heads. Ew. Gross. That's grody. Ah, that's not where I go. I think that's where I came in. Always happens. Yeah, I think I need to be over here. And that will tell us about the spectral realm. There we go. Must be in spectral. And the coolest thing is, switching between spectral and physical no longer tanks the game. Like, it doesn't send the game down to a, you know, like 3 FPS slideshow. It might in some areas, but I can't quite remember. My god, I can't... That's one thing, you can't turn around straight away. Like, if I'm facing that way and pull down on the stick... Oh, never mind. It seems if you're in motion, it just kind of runs in a circle. Whatever. Bum. And there we go. Shift back to the physical realm.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Whoa. Oh, there we go. So now we actually have Soul Reaver. Oh boy. And I'm gonna lose it instantly. Ooh. No! I don't have a weapon anymore. Of course I switched. Oh well. Can I disarm? I wonder. That would be quite nice. I'm actually curious if you can kill them with your bare hands. Oh my god, you can! That never happened before. Oh my god, I'm so glad they did away with the throwing. Seems like it, anyway. I mean, maybe you can still throw. But the fact... Oh my god, I love that so much. Ooh. Damn it. The range of the Soul Reaver... I mean, it's not even the range, it's just I'm not used to this game yet. Can you stop beating my ass? She, like, impaled me. My god. These are some certainly skilled warriors. I'm really not used to the controls. Actually, hang on. I can move around with the D-pad. Oh, I might just do that. Yeah, I think I'd prefer it. Well, then I would say maybe I could dodge a bit easier. Yeah, we'll see.
Here it comes.
It. I have a name, you bitch. Oh, okay. I'm just not used to the range of weapons. The range of them are shit. They're a bit, bit crap in terms of how far they can reach. Alright. Oh god, I keep switching back. Oh no. Yeah, I keep switching back to using the analog stick. Hey, he has a sword! Can I has? I want a has. Oh, we got each other. Oh, snap. I can't see. Shit. Are you ducking under my hits? Oh dear. No! Give me the sword. Delicious. Oh, I should have taken the sword. Oh well. God, I just keep switching between using the analog stick and the D-pad. I'm really not used to it. Don't know why. Okay, so I can actually use both. Okay, good. Like, I can have the Soul Reaver but also use a sword. That's what I prefer, because when I get hit... it's gonna happen. Multiple times. I saw another person. I hit him! No. What am I doing? Yeah! You son of a bitch! Ooh, close. Alright. So far I just lop off their heads. It's just very easy to do. Alright. Ah, okay.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible. Until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leeched to restore the blade.
Ooh.
But
Look at it.
The Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
I see Mobius.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I
Wow.
tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Wait, you just threw the blade down?
Raziel, seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
Oh, it should be behind him.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
Let me guess. He's gonna betray us.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. Once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Oh. Whoa, I have a lot less health than I once did. Also completely forgot there's a Dark Chronicle, which I believe... Yeah, it there's a lot. So it's essentially a review, basically. It's quite cool that it gives you a recap of everything that happens. He's looking for Kain. He hears a voice and Kain reveals himself as he steps out from the shadows of the upper tier. And then it gives his dialogue. It's really cool. But I'm not going to be reading it. I was thinking of it, but now I'm like, maybe not. I like how it says Raziel VO. Yeah, it could have just said Raziel.
So this was the legendary Eidos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Seraphim finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Seraphim therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Eidos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Seraphim, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
So essentially if I bring that up, I can now just summon Soul Reaver. But I'm going to guess it probably drains my health as time passes. Or does it? I can't tell. At the moment. Oh, there's a thing over here now. Ah, that was sealed off before. Okay, it does drain your life. It's not exactly super quick though. Okay. Whoa. You also don't really gain health all that fast here either. Mmm, delicious. Now, where's there a portal? Whoa! I think probably my favourite thing about this is the fact that there's no... I'm trying to think. Slow down. Oh, there we go. Material plane. Hooray! Ba 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 ba. Actually, hang on a minute. I've just realised I'm back in the courtyard. Don't think I want to be here. Where else could I have gone? Yeah, I just went through this without really thinking. Because I thought it was a different area. Unless it's the gate at the south. Yeah, I should have. Whoops. Alright, never mind. I couldn't say the people back. Yeah, that's where I came from. Whoops. Bloody hell. It's a massive place. There's also another gate over here. I'm curious if I can do anything with, Huh. Over that way. Wait a minute. No, I've just realised, with Mobius, there was a gate that they were behind. Oh, it's straight ahead. So this is probably where I need to be then. Oh yeah, there's a door over there. Whoops. I didn't even notice. So is this now locked? Oh yeah. Ah, how strange. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I didn't notice the door.